You wake up to a notification that instantly makes your heart stop. The sender isn't your boss. It isn't your family. It's Elon Musk. The message says only 3 words: come tomorrow. 7 a.m. No interview. No explanation. Just a location pin leading to one of the most secretive tech headquarters in the world. At first, you think it's fake. Then another message appears. Don't be late. The next morning, you're standing outside the massive building. Security scans your face, your fingerprints, even your eyes. Every door opens automatically as if the building already knows who you are. No one talks. Everyone moves with purpose. An employee quietly tells you to follow. You walk through hallways filled with robots building robots, giant screens displaying live data from satellites, engineers discussing impossible ideas, and prototypes that look like they're from the year 2050. Then suddenly everything goes quiet. You hear footsteps behind you. You turn around. It's Elon Musk. He looks directly at you for a few seconds and says, "You're the new problem solver." Before you can introduce yourself, he's already walking away. You rush to catch up. Within minutes you're assigned to a project that hundreds of engineers have failed to complete. The deadline: 6 hours. You stare at the screen, completely overwhelmed. Nothing makes sense. Everyone around you works faster than you've ever seen. People don't waste time explaining things. They expect you to figure them out. An hour later, Elon walks back over. He doesn't ask if you understand the project. He simply asks how long. You nervously answer, "Maybe tomorrow." He immediately shakes his head. "Wrong answer." Then he says something you'll never forget. "Time is the only thing we can't manufacture." He walks away. Those words stay in your head for the rest of the day. You stop overthinking. You stop waiting for perfect answers. You start solving problems one piece at a time. Days turn into weeks. Working for Elon isn't a normal job. Meetings happen while walking. Ideas become prototypes the same day. Nobody spends hours making presentations. If something can be tested today, it's tested today. If it fails, you fix it. If it works, you improve it. You notice something surprising. The smartest people aren't always the ones who succeed. The people who survive are the ones who learn faster than everyone else. Failure isn't embarrassing here. Standing still is. Slowly your own mindset begins to change. You stop asking whether something is possible. You start asking how to make it possible. One night at exactly 2:17 in the morning, your phone rings. It's Elon. He says only 4 words. "Meet me in the lab." 15 minutes later you're standing beside a prototype that refuses to work. In less than 8 hours the entire world will be watching its demonstration. Investors, journalists, government officials, everyone expects success. The room is filled with panic. Engineers argue over complicated solutions. Managers shout instructions. But Elon remains completely calm. He raises his hand. The room becomes silent. Then he asks one simple question. "What's the simplest solution?" Nobody answers. Everyone has been thinking too big. You look closer. You notice one tiny connection that everyone ignored. A single loose component. You fix it. The machine powers on instantly. The room erupts with applause. People celebrate. Elon simply smiles for a second and says, "Good." Then he asks what's next. That's when you understand something most people never do. Success isn't the destination. It's the starting line. Months later, after countless sleepless nights and impossible deadlines, you finally gather the courage to ask Elon one question. How do you build companies that change the world? He pauses for a moment, looks out the window, then quietly says, "Most people ask what's possible. I ask what's necessary." Those words completely change the way you think. You finally understand why he works harder than almost anyone else. Why he takes risks that seem impossible. Why failure never stops him. Because he isn't chasing money. He isn't chasing fame. He's chasing the future. Every difficult problem, every impossible challenge, every sleepless night, they are all steps toward building something that didn't exist before. As you leave headquarters that evening, your phone vibrates once again. Another message from Elon. Only 2 words. "Tomorrow, earlier." This time you don't feel nervous. You smile. Because you finally understand that working directly for Elon Musk isn't about having the hardest job in the world. It's about becoming the kind of person who can solve problems that everyone else believes are impossible.